Hello everybody, hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a collective timeless reading, so whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading, so see which signs and symbols, ideas resonate for you in your particular situation and help to bring you some kind of clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could just broaden your perspective, perhaps show you something in a different light, or it can narrow your focus, show you something that you could be missing. In the end, trust yourself. Trust yourself. The divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that you make sound decisions that are always based in love for the highest and the greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. Let's begin. We're going to start with some animal energy. This is called actually the Archangel animals. So this could be like a totem animal for you, a spirit animal. Maybe you just connect to this particular animal, or it has some advice for the collective. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, your higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. That one. And the rabbits popping out. The rabbit, recognize your significance. It's Archangel Gabriel. So he's like the messenger of God. So maybe you're getting some messages from the divine. I see the rainbow bridge here. So something coming after the storm. It's like your heart chakra though. Something of your heart is beaming. It's like a big bright, look at this big bright energy coming out from your heart. Also randomly, even though it's the rabbit in the sky, there's a unicorn. So maybe you connect to a unicorn. You know, there's like another side of you. You have two facets. I mean, the unicorn only appears to those who are purest of heart and intention. Maybe it's a Pegasus unicorn. I think that's my favorite. It keeps coming up. I also see these like waves. They're going with the flow. It looks like there's I don't know, it almost looks like a lollipop connected to a lollipop, but it makes me think of like lifting weights, getting your strength back, maybe connecting to the skies. It could be a divine energy, destined. The rabbit, besides significance, I mean, if it's just saying that you need a message saying how freaking important you are, you are. Maybe to somebody very specific, maybe to a whole group of people, maybe to the world, but everywhere. This special uniqueness of you does end up circulating out there. You know, it's giving a little love to one person. They give a little love to somebody else. They compliment somebody else. They teach somebody else. It all circulates. When I think of the rabbit, I also do think of like, you know, fertility. So maybe it's like you're feeling a little bit frisky right now, or this energy is coming through. I also think of bouncing different ways. Bunnies don't run straight very often. They kind of go that way, that way, that way, that way. So maybe you feel like, you know, your energy is staggered around to different things. So, but this bunny looks calm. It looks like they're just, like the bunny's just relaxing and enjoying this like beaming heart energy. So, Archangel Gabriel, you just hear a message. Maybe a message is coming through. You're ready to send a message out. Let's look at the bottom. At the bottom is the eagle, which is seize the opportunities courageously. Ooh, I mean, fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an to fly like an eagle. That song just came on through. So seizing an opportunity. So when this thing comes that warms your heart, this person, this opportunity, it could be, I hear partnership, but it could be a business partnership. Maybe a solution. There's another rainbow here, but you're flying above the rainbow here. So seeing above a situation, seeing the bigger perspective, getting the bigger picture. Maybe a bigger opportunity than you ever dreamed you could have. Oh, I don't know how to say this Archangel's name. I've never heard this before. Archangel Bhokpi. I don't know about that Archangel, so I am not going to speak on what he or she represents, but if you want to look it up, it's Bhokpi. Seizing an opportunity, grabbing it when it's there. It's also the sun. I get a lot of sun energy. Maybe you connect to the eagle. I just think of it as such a majestic bird. It's so special. They're so big. Here it's a bald eagle, but I actually thought of a golden eagle. So maybe you live somewhere where there's golden eagles. I feel like they're more like Canada area, maybe Alaska. The rabbit and the eagle. So recognizing how important you are. You have something, I'm hearing, special you're supposed to do or meant to do or get into or have. There's something special for you. And it feels really big. Golden, I just see the golden, which makes me think of real value. It's really valuable to you. Maybe it brings a lot of value into your life. All right, well, let's see. I have the Shaman's Oracle. Let's see. Let's get clarity on the eagle and the rabbit for the collective. And the unicorn. It's interesting here. I said that rainbow was above the thing too, but I also see the rainbow going this way, like above the horizon. And in this one, it's like a, is that a word? An under rainbow? The under rainbow? The bridge or the, it makes me think of like a slide. But it also makes me see an entire picture, an entire circle between these two energies. I do feel like when you get to see the circle rainbow in the sky, that's a really special rainbow. Or when you see like a double rainbow. If you've ever seen a double rainbow, they're amazing. Wow, I just thought, I'm probably aging myself by knowing this, but do you remember, if you remember, I'm sure you can YouTube it. It was a Doublemint commercial, and I think I can remember the jingle. Maybe jingles are important. Maybe you write jingles. It's like, double, double your refreshment. Double, double your delightment. Oh, no single gum. Double freshens your life like. Double it, Doublemint. Come on and double it. I can't believe I'm singing this. Double it, Doublemint. Gum. So maybe gum. Maybe minty energy, feeling fresh, maybe twins. I feel like there's always twins in that commercial. I can't believe I remember that whole thing. That's how powerful commercials are, like a little thing. So maybe if you're doing something and you're doing advertising, it's having that little song. It retains that little information apparently for years later, if it's a good jingle. It could just be like 3 notes. Now I hear like, what is that, like NBC? Dun, dun, dun. So maybe, yeah, I'm getting like a jingle. So maybe some of you are doing advertising. You're writing a little ditty. I like when the random stuff comes through. All right, let's get clarity for the collective on rabbit and eagle. I am not sponsored by Doublemint, by the way. I am not being promoted by them to like put their, I don't even know if they make that gum anymore. Oh, okay, let's get clarity for the collective. The ancestor of skill. So I think in this deck, the ancestor is like ancient wisdom. It could be connecting to your ancestors, but skill, it's a talent. It's something that you do really well, you're really special with. So the wisdom coming through is to tap into those special talents that you have, your special knowledge base, your special way of communicating or doing something. It just made me think of like readings. I know this is just a parable, it's an example, because it's where I can only speak from where my own examples and experiences come from. And then hopefully it resonates with your own experiences and the combo brings you the answers. But I do feel like, I don't know, I see with the cards, sometimes I watch other readers and they can pull like so many cards, and then they get like little messages that put together a picture. And like I've tried to do that, but it just doesn't seem to flow that way for me. With me, I get so much spiritual download like from one card, all those pictures come through my mind, through what I hear, through examples and parables and stories and all that. So for me, I have found that I have to go kind of simple, and I find that in between time other stuff comes through. But maybe I'll learn, maybe my skills will change and I will grow in a way and I will start to be able to do it a different way. But for me, I look at one thing and everything comes through, like different things. And then they start to, as I lay them out, bounce around and connect the dots. But maybe it's, you know, if you watch somebody else or you admire somebody else's skill and maybe you even wish you could do it some way, but perhaps it's just bringing it back to you. You can have inspiration from others. You know, people inspire us. Art's inspiring. People are inspiring. Situations inspire us. But it's your particular way of doing something is important. You don't have to be like everybody else to still get the right message out there. So maybe you're learning that about yourself. Maybe you have a mentor or somebody you really admire, but then, you know, it doesn't flow the exact same way for you. So this is finding your flow, your skill. It could be gaining a new skill. You could be really, really talented at something you never tried. So I'm just seeing you trying something actually like brand new. Like self-discovery. Maybe somebody inspires you because you have a little interest in something. And now you like, maybe I'll try to learn that or learn more about something. Sign up for a class. Pick up an instrument. Pick up a paintbrush. Get your hands into some clay. Work with some wood. Do some, I'm seeing like home projects. Something on the, like I see somebody like fixing a doorknob. Maybe you didn't know you were a handyman or woman. But I feel like whatever this is, it feels productive. It feels, I'm getting like proud. You're proud of something. I like the petroglyphs here. Sometimes I see petroglyphs like on caves from 40,000 years ago, maybe more. And they're the weirdest things. So maybe you're interpreting something that seems really weird. Maybe something on even ancient knowledge. Like here, it looks like a person and a kangaroo and like a deer together. It's at the bottom. Oh yeah, here's a weird petroglyph. Stuff like this. This is what I mean. It's the shaman of loss. But there's like a labyrinth here. It does look like a shaman. Looks like they have like neck rings or interesting necklaces. I don't know what's in the back. This looks like a mushroom. It makes me think of like the fungi kingdom is massive and amazing. Maybe you're into mushrooms. Yeah, there's so many, like it's such a king, it's like its own kingdom. And then I see this one here, it looks a little scary. Looks like kind of like a Bigfoot with horns and like stick legs. And then, oh, I also see the earrings. So if it's the shaman of loss, you know, it could be a loss of an opportunity. Something that didn't happen so we could be somewhere else. It's also really learning through loss. And I see like lost and found, like a lost and found. I know I don't get the typical meanings. We go with what comes through. So maybe you lost something. Maybe you find something else. Like I hear like something is replaced. Maybe something can never be replaced. I think I want to move energies up. Let's get some like foundational energy with a different oracle deck. Which one should I use? I just knocked over my, show you the show and tell. This is a beautiful rose quartz. Also pulled out some purple pink. This is amethyst. Maybe these stones connect to you. Or maybe that's the stone of the day for you. I'm going to go with the Lenormand. I actually have a few different variations of this deck. Let's get clarity on. Loss. What's that? Instructions. Maybe you need to read the instructions. It makes me think of like getting a piece of furniture, or you're putting together something weird and you try to do it just on your own and then you forget a screw, or you forget one thing, or like you end up putting like a shelf on backwards or upside down and you're like, oh, I put like, you know, A on B instead of C on F. So maybe just read the instructions on something, or somebody's giving you their little instruction manual. I always feel like everything's for a reason. Clarity for the collective on the eagle, the rabbit, the shaman of loss. Allowing for something to come through for new gain. Skill, rabbit, and unicorn. Oh, let me show you the lollipop I saw. Here. This looked like a lollipop. Now that I see the other card, it also looks like a labyrinth. Look, you have that like circular energy there. Here, here. But they're even. It also looks like a galaxy. For the collective, thank you. Oh, you have the coffin. All right, so the coffin is like, all right, in other decks, when you see something like this, it's usually like, it is loss. You know, it can be loss. Maybe this is typical meaning of death, which means transformation. But in this particular deck, it's actually like initiation. It's doing shadow work. It's actually looking at the dark side of something, that loss, that lack, you know, and getting clarity on it. Not being afraid of those parts of us that don't maybe, you know, shine extra bright. They're all parts of us, all of it. Oh, I can't get the name of this Egyptian god. It's like the dog that guards the underworld. It's like just, I know it. It's just gone from my mind. I'll let you see it. I keep hearing Thoth, but Thoth is communication and knowledge, which maybe is taking me to that other card. But here you do have a the tomb, which makes me think of a mummy. Preparing for the next chapter. You know, the mummies have like all of the fundamental tools that they can bring along with that next brand new journey. And I just see honey. Maybe you're preserving something, or you have something like ready to go for that new opportunity. But it's initiation. This is actually being to that point where you're ready now. So maybe facing some stuff that was, you know, underneath the surface, the yucky situations, the stuff you kind of want to ignore, facing those fears, facing those shadows, helps them to not be so scary. You can look beyond them, through them, wiggle around them now. So maybe you finally faced something, or this could be somebody else, you know, finally facing a truth. Not being afraid of those other parts of them that maybe come out, knowing how to keep something like, I'm just getting balanced, contained. Let's get another card on 8. Coffin. 8 is also a power number. It's like infinity coming back around. Maybe 8 is a life path for you. Here's the house. So this is stability. This is number 4. It's security. So maybe you could have lost something and that made you feel insecure. It could be in your physical environment or insecure within yourself. Maybe some of you are actually buying a new home. Somebody new is coming to live with you. I see the gate opening up here. You could be involved in real estate. This house is super cute. It's like a little, I don't know, like a little fairy house. It kind of looks whimsical and inviting. There's a light on in every room. There's a beautiful garden outside. Let me see this. So maybe whatever the situation is, has to do with a home or feeling secure in your environment. I mean, it does look like a pillow. That house looks like a pillow. It's like soft and round. So maybe you're having a cushion, you know, building up a little security for later. Maybe looking at retirement, 401k, you know, something like that. Saving for a rainy day. Let's get clarity under the card. More clarity on the home, the coffin. Some of you could be downsizing too. That could be, it could go the other way. It's not always building up. Sometimes we just don't need the big old house anymore. Too many rooms to clean. You know, something changed in a family or your situation, or maybe you just moved to a different place. Maybe you had a bigger space before and you're kind of clearing some space, just taking, you know, just taking the necessities. Maybe it's a little nostalgic to get rid of some things that you always had, but maybe you don't really need them. And maybe you're just downsizing to like a little apartment or a, you know, a condo, something like that. Take it as your situation is. That could also be a parable. But I feel like I'm getting that, like, I don't know, I see a lot of stuff like a lot of stuff everywhere. So maybe you or someone else is kind of a pack rat. Maybe that energy is changing, because then I see like a really simple, like streamlined little apartment with like just the necessities that you need. It makes me think of a hotel room. So, you know, when you go to a hotel, or, you know, you don't really have to take that much. You just kind of, I mean, you could, maybe you bring a bunch of suitcases. Maybe one is full of shoes, but maybe you just bring just what you need. And it's having like the necessities, realizing that if you forgot something, you can always figure out how to replace it. Let's see. Let's get another card for the collective on the house. Sarcophagus. I think that was on the tip of my tongue before. It just came through now. I'm also thinking of the mummy and like the bandage wraps. So maybe you're healing from something. Something was kept under wraps before. Or you're about to wrap something up. Okay, see you later, guys. Hope you had a good reading. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Boom. It was really bad. Bad joke. All right, let's get another card for the collective. Ooh, the bear. So it is security, but the bear is being like, it's number 15. So the bear is sometimes headstrong, stubborn energy, something not wanting to budge or move, not really like resisting change. But the bear sometimes can be using your power wisely, not just forcing your power. I just heard the power of love. There's like an ice kingdom behind this bear. It's a polar bear, so maybe something was icy, frozen. Now maybe it's like the temperature is changing. The polar bear is really, really big. I also think of how they like kind of camouflage into their own particular environment. So maybe it's about blending in or fitting in. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're the unicorn. And hey, you know, in that case, you know, be the grizzly amongst polar bears. Why not? They're all strong. They're all powerful. It doesn't matter if you're the different one. But sometimes it has to do when you see the bear. I don't think it's like this deck. I think it's the other tiny deck. Bears have to do with security. Like think of a bear hibernation, like storing up the fat supply, preparing something for a time of rest or, you know, hibernation. And I think of like a little cave. So maybe something was on hold. You do have two holding energies here. Maybe you have to wait for this home situation to heal or clear, or you're waiting for something there. Slow changes. But power comes out with that, which makes me think of the boss. I'm getting like boss lady, boss man energy with that. So maybe you were the boss, or getting advice from someone who's in like an authority kind of position. I am getting that maybe it's financial advice. Or maybe that's that blessing, your profit. So maybe something starts to actually, you start to get more profit on something, like an increase is coming in. Stocks are going up, investments are working. I guess that's also knowing, if you do like stocks and stuff like that, when to get out, when to move something around. There is that having to be, you have to have attention on something, do research on something, and be able to maneuver. Let's see. I am not a financial advisor, so maybe it's getting a financial advisor or someone that can help on investments. I feel like my words are coming out tongue twisted. So maybe it's, you know, starting a conversation, or you're not sure how to start a conversation, or like you don't even know what questions to ask. Whether it's finances or maybe a new partnership or this opportunity, maybe you'll You'll come up with those questions when you're in the moment. It's asking the right question. Maybe you can even prepare. If you feel like you don't really know what you're going to say, maybe you make a list, prepare some questions, or let's see. Let's get another card. 4, 8, 15, and loyalty, 18. Oh, the dog. You have, so it's companionship. Oh, this little dog just like is like, come on. I want you to take me on a walk. I want to spend some time with you. What are you doing over there? My dog is just sleeping on the chair. This is a smart dog. That's what my mom always says when she comes to get Rose. She's like, go get your leash. She's just going to get it off the wall. Go get your leash for me. And the ball is here, so maybe there's a playful energy. In this deck, it is like it means codependent partnership. But it's not really like that heavy, I don't know, like, I feel like it's interdependent and codependent because the dog does bring that loyalty. They bring companionship. They bring that energy around you that inspires you to go on a walk and do something that's good for both you and them. So there is a give and take. There is, you know, importance, even if this dog, because it's a parable, relies on you, you know, make sure you go out and you get the food. They need some fresh water. You know, there are things you have to take care of and do that are special. That's like your job. But you're also provided with something so special. It's just, you know, when I see this, I just see unconditional love. Maybe you're finding your pack, finding your person or your animal. And it makes me think of like how sometimes people just kind of look like their dogs or their personalities sort of match. What else am I getting with this? Look at this cute dog. Maybe some of you are getting a new dog, or really focusing on where you want your loyalty to be, where you want to invest your time. Maybe some of you, it's just coming back to you, being loyal to yourself first, giving back to yourself. But I do feel like there's a direction or an opportunity or a place where you want to not just try it, not just give it a go. You like foresee this, like it can be powerful. I just heard power couple. Maybe you can, you know, build kingdoms together. You have this like ice kingdom and this little fairy kingdom. Initiation. Maybe if it's a power couple, you both had to learn a lot first, or have some struggles, or have some experiences that you can bring to the table together, so that I'm just getting like, I don't know, I just see either you building on your own and like helping each other in that, so business partnership or otherwise, or literally like I see like a caduceus, like energy somehow is going like this, spiraling around and moving up. Maybe you elevate together. Someone's really got your back. Like they're really a support. They're always there when you need them. Maybe this is somebody new coming through. That's somebody you're thinking of. At the bottom, you have the clouds. The clouds is number 6, which is like transition. The clouds are clearing. There's a storm here, but the storm is ending. It doesn't mean there's no more storms. Storm is always good. Here she blows, you know, but it's navigating that storm. It's learning how to shelter from the storm. Ground yourself from that lightning. I just heard a song. I just say it because it came through. It's that Jewel song. You took your coat off, stood in the rain. You're always crazy like that. I can't get the name of the song though. Foolish Games. And then you have the sunshine here. So the sunshine is coming out. The birds are there, so it's good communication. I just keep hearing navigation, but transition, if this is coming through, can be weird. Some people are really good with being flexible, and change is fun. And sometimes it's weird and hard because when different energies come through, it's like a readjustment. Let's go to the tarot. This is called the Stunning Tarot. Anubis, is that right? Wow, things are like popping out later. So maybe an answer isn't like right there. It's like when something is like not quite ready yet, but maybe at just the right time. I think that's right with this. If I'm wrong, just put it below. You know, finally comes. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Clarity on the eagle, loss, coffin, house, bear, clouds, dog, rabbit, unicorn for the collective. Thank you. The Four of Cups. This is the Want card. I mean, it kind of gives me a Four of Swords energy when I look at this, because this woman is like sleeping in a really comfy bed. There's only one thing spilled. There's like a half moon. Looks very like Moroccan. Like you're inside, but you're also in the elements. You know, like, I don't know, it makes me think of those places you can go in the paradise, like in the islands, and it's kind of outside because the weather is always good, but you're sheltered. Nighttime, but the four, I mean, typically, this is not wanting to transition, not either you're you're thinking about something, but you're focused on the wrong thing because there is something there that's being handed to you. I look at it as like the boring, I usually see this as the boring, like you just boring energy. You're just bored. You're sitting there usually like just under the tree, staring out into space, thinking about something. Maybe it's important, maybe it's not, but it's like lack of energy, lack of direction. Let me see this card. So maybe that's how you felt. Maybe this thing comes through and all of a sudden you see that. Usually it's the hand is like, hey, there's this big cup of emotion right here that can fulfill you. Why you keep looking at the spilled milk? Just clean that shit up already. You know, it's like the spilled milk card. You're kind of looking at the stuff that didn't work and not focusing on the stuff that did, or the stuff that could, or the stuff that's coming in. So this always requires a redirection of your attention and your focus, but it could be somebody else too. Just see, like, sweep it up already. Clean it up. Don't get overwhelmed if, you know, the plate fell off the table and it broke. Just clean it up and move along. You know, something doesn't have to be that big of a deal. It's like wasting too much attention on something that can be fixed. That's what I'm getting with that. But here the girl is sleeping, so maybe you just need to rest a little bit. Recharge your battery, and you'll start to turn your head to new opportunities or get the energy to clean something up. Clarity for the collective. Ooh, what is this? You are. What is that initiation? You are in, like, you're shedding your old skin. You're shedding your old ways. I mean, this is death. But this is like, I mean, it's a snake energy. So maybe you are the year of the snake, or it's like wisdom, or something is surprising or stealthy. You know, like keeping, I don't know. I just feel like whatever it is, death is beautiful. Death just comes through to whisper to live. It's total transformation. It's literally feeling like a new person, a new day. It's getting another chance. And whatever way you were doing before, it's that old you. It's just like scaly skin. It's gone. You're going to leave it behind. You're not going to crawl back in that old skin and try it on again. It's this fresh, vibrant, new thing that's going to come out and be different. So this is allowance and acceptance of something that could just be gone. It's just going to be different. It's not going to be like it was, and that's okay. Now you can adjust and get used to these new wings, this new skin. It could be dealing with a Scorpio. It's also facing that shadow side. You know, recognizing where you came from, what happened. Having self-awareness, self-compassion, you know, that it's part of you and you can change and move. What is around this snake? I don't know, it just looks like trinkets. It's kind of weird. But this snake does look like it's like ready to come out, ready to grab something, catch its prey. But, you know, this is all, we try to be light here. So it's not like attacking something. It's more like grabbing an opportunity. I mean, when I see the snake, I also do think of masculine energy, you know. Take that as real. That's where, you know, that's what I kind of thought of. So maybe it's whether you're male or female, having a little bit of that masculine energy to put energy into it, put forth, you know, go after something. Clarity on death. And 4 of Cups. Ooh, the 3 of Coins. Working really well with others. This is where you do have a talent, you do have a skill, you do have a way that is special. It's like production. You know, not everybody in a business or in a family or whatever is the same. We're all different. We all add a different flavor. So it could be you working with 3 different things you're good at, or like with your different skills. Maybe you're not just good at one thing, you're good at a bunch of stuff. Why not you incorporate all of that stuff into what you do? I mean, coins are value, so it does have to do with your surroundings, you know, what you put your energy into, what's valuable. It could be like, it could be money and wealth, but this means something is starting to build. It's seeing how you can start to work with those things inside yourself or others. Here it's like Isis. It's like you have these 2 things over here that you're handling, juggling pretty well, they're even. And then you have something else that you're balancing so perfectly on your head. It's like the sunshine. You know, it's like your higher self is guiding you to this one thing that is different while you handle other things. But typically it's like the 3 people like building a church or anything. One has the plans, one's taking measurements, one's actually building something. So it could be working well with others around you, your job, maybe a partnership. You work really well with somebody. But it's recognizing everybody's talent, skills, what they're good at. Maybe some people aren't so good with something else. Maybe, you know, Joe over there is not good at the measuring. You know, he always gets the numbers backwards or whatever. So maybe like Jill is good at measuring. Let her do the measuring. Put Joe to work at the other thing that he's amazing at. He's amazing at talking to all those people, getting them on board. Have him do that. You know, and then maybe you're the planner. It's recognizing all of those things in a situation. It could be even a partnership. Maybe one of you in a partnership is good at planning, you know, thinking, and one is good at thinking of everything. You know, somebody has good ideas, the creativity, and they're like, oh yeah, we should do this, but then they don't know how to make plans. So somebody else is good at like, oh, I'll get that organized for you. Let's book that ticket. Let's do that thing. Like, I got it down. I already booked it. We're doing it. So it's figuring out those little scenarios and recognizing how you can use them in this transition toward building something really amazing. Maybe finally working well with the people around you, or if it's transition, working well in a new environment and learning about that new environment as you go. Because if you like, it's like your first day out at a job, even if you have a great skill set, not everybody there knows that yet. Maybe they suspect it. Maybe they can kind of see it and they're like, oh, yeah, they just jumped right in and did it. But maybe it does take a while for some people to warm up to, you know, what you got going on. Another card. Ooh, Queen of Wands. So when a person comes out, when a court card, this is either your inspiration, this is who you're thinking about, you're gonna meet, or this is you. I always feel like even if it's someone you know, there's part of this person or this personality that is coming through as wisdom. And I mean, this is the queen that's, she doesn't even have a rod. This queen is literally holding an entire tree. She can handle, look at that. She has the whole tree. It's not just a stick. I like she's got like this hood, like a hood. I feel like it's kind of like this. If I had a hood on here, she's got this hood, but then she's exposed. She's naked underneath. So you are exposed in a situation. You're being your true, authentic self. You know, it's not actually going outside and streaking. I'm not getting mad with this. But there is part of you that's just real and really confident. The Queen of Wands is confident, cool, collected, you know, just situations, opportunities, partnerships just work their way to her or him. She recognizes others' talents too, right away. She knows what somebody is good at and then somehow inspires them or gives them a little like advice, like, hey, you know, you're freaking amazing at that. Why don't you do that more often? Or like, that was a really good way you did this. Like, she recognizes. So if this is you, it's maybe giving that little inspiration to somebody else. Recognize what they do that's good and helpful. Recognize maybe how somebody else has totally transformed, how they feel so different. Recognize how somebody is like so loyal to you all the time and, you know, you feel blessed to be around them. Or, you know, how somebody makes you feel and you want to put energy into a situation. Maybe just feel blessed where you live. It doesn't matter if you live in an apartment with like 4 other families or a bunch of roommates, you know, or by yourself, whatever it is, it's being thankful. Now, if the Queen of Wands is upside down, since we'll look at definitely court cards upside down, you know, she could be selfish and full of herself, all about her, the prima donna, you know, doesn't see anyone else's talents. It's just all about hers, her own. She has, I hear me. Like, I'm getting like false confidence too. Like pretending to be really confident about everything, but inside not really feeling confident. So we always want to flip that back up, right? So it's gaining your confidence back. Being passionate. She's really passionate. She's very sexy. I mean, look at her outfit. It's at the bottom. The Ace of Cups. I feel like this has come through a couple times lately. I see that like the jug, but it kind of makes me think of like a genie in a bottle. I mean, also the way this person's sitting. There's like light coming from this chalice. This person's sitting very calm. It's like maybe this opportunity doesn't come through super passionate. I mean, even with this queen, I feel like it's a come hither. It's like, here you go. This is your opportunity. You can take it or you don't. I don't give a shit. Like, you either see this value or you don't. And if you don't see how valuable this thing is or this person or you are, you know, you are, then somebody else will. Like, take it or leave it. That's what I'm getting with that. And like, even with this, like, here it is. This is this chalice, this beautiful chance for a brand new, your love affair, like a love situation. I mean, it involves your heart, even if it's a job, it's something you really love. Just a little project, a little passion project. This is the opportunity for that newness to start. When your emotions feel that butterflies and possibilities and whew, but you know, if you're not going to take a sip and try it, if you're not going to put some energy into it, it's just going to go away, or somebody else is going to take that opportunity. Do I have any other? I do have the angel answers. Let's end this reading with simplicity. We'll go to simplicity. This is the angel answers. Clarity on the eagle, the rabbit, skill. I mean, you got skill twice. So you have this, and then you have that 3 of Pentacles, which is skill. I mean, I would say this eagle is really confident. Probably this bear too. And this queen or king. I mean, she's a queen because she's grown up. She has experiences, life lessons. She takes chances. She steps up to the plate. She knows when to sit on the sidelines, and she's just as confident in the background. It doesn't mean you have to be the first one on, like, you know, the star of the show, or the star player, or the boss. Like when you have the Queen of Wands come through, you can be any position and it's still exuding this powerful, creative, confident energy in whatever it is that you do. Let's get one card for the collective. Shedding old skin, transforming, deciding to take every, like, I just want to keep saying, like, seize the day. Today, seize the day. Take that sip. Take that chance. Say yes. You know, let all the baggage go. Let, you know, recognize it, and, like, don't take it in your suitcase with you. Thank you. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is so powerful. This elevates us so much. If you just hold grudge and you're holding on to something somebody did, it doesn't mean what they did is okay. It doesn't mean you're going to allow it again. Now you know. You may never even get the chance to, if this is a specific situation or person, you might not even get that conversation. But if you're just holding on, holding it on, holding it on, holding it on, holding it in, and it's like blocking your energy from moving forward, it's just hurting you. You don't know how that person learned, if they did or if they didn't, if they continued to do that thing to other people, if they, you know, you don't know. Maybe you do. And you have that conversation and you get to say, like, you know, I forgive you. Let's clear this up. You know, let's make this work. Let's see how something can change. And then take it as it comes. Take it, you know, ride that situation with that specific person as you're in the moment. Trust your discernment. You know, whether to move out of it, to continue it, to work together, whatever it is. But forgiveness always starts in yourself. And it just feels so good to just say, oh, I just wish you love. I wish you love. I wish you strength. I wish you the best from this big, beautiful world. And leave it at that. If it's just a distance thing. And it's also forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself if there's, you know, I hear an attitude. Forgive yourself if you had an attitude. You know, but we are human. We do mess up. We have arguments. We have bad days. We blow up on people that didn't deserve it. We're hard on ourselves. You know, sometimes we're more hard on ourselves than anyone else can even be on us. So have forgiveness with whatever you're thinking about right now. Maybe it's just not moving fast enough, or something not working out, or not drinking from this beautiful Ace of Cups that's coming through. Maybe you're always afraid to start something. Or maybe you're not, you start something but you feel like it never worked, or you were at fault. Just forgive yourself. Get up again. Every day is a new day. to make a fresh start. I heard say a prayer. Maybe you just need to say a silent prayer to whatever you have faith in. Maybe you just affirmation words to yourself. It's at the bottom. Huh. Well, I just said say a prayer. At the bottom is ask your angels. You know, maybe ask your guardian angels or your archangels. Ask God. Ask whatever your faith believes in. Ask the universe. Ask source. Ask your higher self. Whatever it is you believe in, it's cool. You know, we all connect to different things. But if it's connecting to a place where it's the highest vibration of love, and it's from a place of integrity, where it's not selfish wants on something, but you're opening up so that you get the biggest, brightest opportunity in healing and lessons, and others can also benefit as well, when it's for the highest, greatest good of everybody, then the vibration of that help is going to be like brilliant. And sometimes we go through things and we just forget to ask for help. I feel like there's helpful energy around us all the time, but we're here to actually learn lessons sometimes. We're here to be joyful and to live and experience love, but we're also here to learn. You know, there's always opposites on Earth. There's opposite energies, so that we learn to find that center and then go up the ladder. So sometimes we just don't ask for help, we forget. And sometimes when we forget for a long time, how do you restart it? How do you actually ask now? Just whatever way you need to do it. I feel like it's almost like talking to a friend. This could also be to ask for help from somebody specific, if you feel it's right at that point. All right. Whew. I'm not sure what came out this reading. I do feel like it kind of had a magical energy, like a little bit of an understanding, a little twinkling on maybe what was going on or why something had to go on, and how to rise above and change and maneuver and gain strength from something, and like maybe just step into your own power. Shine your beautiful self. I love you guys so much. I hope this reading was helpful, and I hope you have a gorgeous day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.